Hello, callers. Welcome to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest updates. We start with Joao Cancelo as the Manchester City defender is a serious option for Barcelona in the coming summer. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about this other Manchester City midfielder, Ilkay Gondugan, as it has been reported that manager Xavi keep insisting on signing the new midfielder, and he wants Barca to go for Ilkay Gondugan. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you're just coming across the channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Joao Cancelo's loan move to Bayern Munich was widely considered a masterstroke by the German outfit, who had gotten their hands on one of the world's most valued fullbacks on the cost-effective loan deal in January. However, only a couple of months into his spell in Munich, Cancelo appears to have fallen out of favor in the Bundesliga. He has failed to make an impression, with coach Julian Nagelsmann struggling to incorporate him into the tactical plans. This has led to renewed speculations over Cancelo's future, with many expecting him to join an entirely new club at the end of the season. Barca are among the clubs interested in his services. Reports earlier this week revealed that Barca are among the clubs in contention to sign the Portuguese international in the summer. The Catalans were interested in the fullback in January, but the move did not materialize due to financial fair play regulations. A fresh report from Dario Sport now claims that Cancelo is becoming a serious option for Barcelona ahead of the summer transfer window. The player is rated highly within the Barca ranks due to his technical prowess, style of play, and experience at the highest level of football. Moreover, it appears Manchester City are willing to loan out the defender in the coming summer. Bayern Munich, for their part, have no intention of keeping hold of Cancelo on a permanent deal, as the player has failed to make an impression at the Allianz Arena. This makes Cancelo a very appealing target for Barcelona, as the club will not require a major outlay upfront. They could snap him up on a loan deal and strengthen the club's right-back position before making a conclusive decision on his future. However, the Catalans have the task cut out as they look to reduce their salary mass and make some space in the first team before bringing in new players in the coming summer. So Barcelona continue to eye Cancelo. Of course, the desire for Cancelo even keeps strengthening as the player has been now out of favor in Bayern Munich, surprisingly enough. Of course, this is a guy who have been viewed by many as one of the best right backs out there. In his 3 or 4 seasons at Man City, Cancelo have been doing wonders. And it was a shock when it was reported in the January transfer window that Pep Guardiola wanted the player to leave on loan. And definitely it came as a result of the fact that Cancelo was not in Guardiola's plans anymore. He was not playing regularly as he used to. And the fact that the player is being used to being on the starting lineup week in, week out, it made Cancelo not too happy. And it came as a shock because he was one of the mainstays at Pep's lineup. And Bayern Munich, a very big club, taking him was also, that tells you a lot about Cancelo, like the kind of caliber of clubs that go for him, for such talented fullbacks. And definitely we all know what we are going through in Barca, financial fair play issues. It's going to be very, very difficult if Barca really want to go for all the players that they are dreaming to go for. Cancelo is a player that every Barca fan, I believe so, will really want us to bring him. We all know the issues that we have been having in the right-back position for many years. And that right-back position have never been stable since Dani Alves left. And definitely Barca really want to strengthen that position once and for all. And definitely it makes it one of the top priority positions for the team to strengthen in the coming summer. Cancelo definitely will be the first choice for many Barca faithfuls. But the worrying thing is, how possible would that be? How possible, can we overcome the the constraints that we are currently going through, the financial constraints, to bring in this talented right back, of course, it's going to be very tricky. But in Laporta, we trust. I just have to say that. We have been doing the impossibles. Last summer, we saw the plethora of bunch of players that we had to bring in when nobody was expecting. We had one of the best, in fact, one of the best transfer windows in our history. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and see how it works out. But definitely, Laporta have said already in the media that Barca must sign a right back. It is very necessary. Of course, we know Koundé have been the one playing right back most of the season. And to be honest, Koundé is also a very good right back, even though the player always cherish playing in the center back position. So, yeah, let's see how it goes. It will be a dream come true if Barca can get their hands on Cancelo. But as I said earlier, I think they can likely go back for a loan, because if you think about Barca going for a full transfer, it's going to be impossible. I think a loan move can make sense because of Barca's financial issues now. Then on to the next story of discussion. Joan Laporta provided an accurate picture of Barcelona's transfer plans heading into the summer transfer window when he spoke to the press earlier this week. The president of the Catalan club confirmed that a number 9 and a right back would be the primary targets come June. He maintained that the midfield was the most complete department in the squad with no further need for signings. So, Sport brings forth a contrasting report that reveals a possible area of difference between the manager and the president. According to the outlet, Xavi is insisting on bringing in a new midfielder. The Spanish tactician feels that the squad requires a new presence to take them to the next level and render them competitive in Europe. Ilkay Gondugan, in that sense, is a player who appeals to Xavi. The Man City player ticks all the boxes the Barca coach demands from experience, his contractual situation and tactical familiarity. At 32-year-old of age, the German international will be one of Barca's oldest midfielders next season if he makes the move. Yet, he has shown no signs of slowing down at Man City this season with 6 goal contributions in 19 Premier League starts. The veteran also arrived with the inbuilt advantage of knowing the team's playing style, having played under Pep Guardiola for over 6 seasons. He is well accustomed to possession-based and quick combination football. Gundogan's contract with Man City runs out in the summer, opening the window for Barca to sign him on a free transfer. Thus, his signature would be economically feasible for the Blaugranas, who find their hands tied in terms of summer splurging. Martin Zubimendi and Bernardo Silva are some of the other names that interest Xavi. However, both players would not come cheap in the summer, practically ruling out a potential transfer. Given the difference between Laporta and Xavi's assessment of the situation, it remains to be seen as to who prevails. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.